Okay, so hello everybody, and at least my place right now. Good morning, and wherever you are, it doesn't matter if you're in the morning side like me, or maybe day side or night side. I'll say have a very good day. So, mm, so happy good day for you guys. Good day, good night, what whatever days you are. And yeah, I I've I've already awake right now, and because of this, because I've just awake from the bed, I think like less than an hour ago. So my speech pattern's not going to be very correct as of this morning, but I'll still do my best to speak out because sleepy bad, but hey, still enough sleep for tonight. But I guess rather than wasting too much time, maybe I can give you guys some brief news uh, about especially what has already going on. But I'm not going to talk about TRS-32, which is yesterday's launch, because I'm going to save this for next live stream, which will be around this night. So can speak almost 12 hours from now, and I will be streaming for that CRS 32 docking to the ISS, International Space Station. So I'll save that for this night. But for now, I would rather to just give you something to talk about here. So yeah, here you go. Let me see. Okay, let me expand it. Yeah. So this is the NASA's space webpage. As I think some of you might know about this one, but NASA just recently announced that their spacecraft, this Lucy spacecraft, has already successfully encountered and imaged asteroid Donald Johansen, as a preparation to go to the Jupiter Trojan or Trojan Jupiter asteroid there, going to do lots of studies. So this is the encounter, it flew basically, it says here, approximately 600 miles, or for us using metric here, 960 kilometers from the asteroid Donald Johansen, basically like a day ago, or let's just say something more like around, something around one days and almost 8 hours ago, so here you see, or around 1 day 7 hours ago, like that. Yeah. So here you go, this is the images, very beautiful. And before that, they actually already encountered with Dinkan mesh, also not a primary target science for not a primary target for this mission, because they want to calibrate. But this one is actually image from L apostrophe LORRI LORRI, I guess, which stands for Lucy Long Range Reconnaissance Imager, and this is actually image every 2 seconds. Actually, this is like a compost between this is actually compost, I don't know, but it says around beginning 1:50 p.m. or Eastern Standard Time, or around 5:50 p.m. Universal Time Coordinate, or basically UTC time, basically around the London time, like that. So you can see here. And also space.com also already covered this, but they says here it's around a distance of 620 miles or 1000 kilometers. Yeah, so a little bit different, as different thing here, but for one thing's for sure, this is pretty consistent, and this is how do you want to know? This is the Donald Johansson. This is before proper imaging. You can see the scale of size here, you know, compares to, let's say, with the Stein's asteroid, pretty similar, I guess. And then Dinkan Mesh, which is image still pretty recently, and Bennu, and also Ryugu, you can see here. Yeah, and you know, I don't know why they don't at least use like this, but yeah, well, that's that. And I guess I will let, and I guess I would let Scott Manley actually explain to us about what this discovery is all about, because again, he's also one of the, I can say, qualified person to talk about this one. So I'll open this desktop audio, let you guys hear this. Okay, so let's go.
These are the first images of asteroid 52242 Donald Johansson. This is it being imaged by the Lucy spacecraft as it flew past the asteroid yesterday on Easter Sunday. The tiny 4-kilometer asteroid was discovered in 1981, but was nothing but a point of light until yesterday, when the Lucy spacecraft came within 600 kilometers of it on its way to the Trojan asteroids out at Jupiter's orbit. As you can see, it's an elongated object with a narrow waist. This is likely because
looks like
it was originally two objects which were orbiting each other, and then slowly they coalesced into a single body. You can see a number of small craters on the surface from collisions with other asteroids. This object is less than 150 million years old because we know it's part of the Origone family, a family of asteroids from a larger parent body which broke up around 150 million years ago. While the asteroid was discovered in 1981, the name Donald Johansson wasn't given to it until 2015, when the mission designers of Lucy realized that it would be a destination on the flight. Donald Johansson, of course, being the paleontologist who discovered the early hominid skeleton, which he named Lucy.
Oh, okay. Actually, the more I learn about this one, you know, oh, that's pretty interesting. And I guess this is the live stream for these launches, yeah. And so that's that. You have already heard it. And about these launches, I can say there is some, there is actually some of the notable payload here. Not everything is notable, but if I can show you, I can try show you this from the NASA Spaceflight Forum. As usual, I can say thank you to them for compiling all of this that we can see here. Okay, so what is this? Oh, this is the paperwork, huh? All right, interesting. This is the paperwork. I mean, if you are interested, maybe shall give you the link here. Because this is also equally interesting. But I can say the most notable payload that I can see here is the Phoenix 1. Why? Because the Phoenix 1, rather than just go to the orbit and just do all this typical mission, what it will actually do is that they will try to test a heat shield system, but it's not that typical heat shield system. It's actually an innovative, basically it says innovative inflatable heat shield. You know, it's also something I would also going to find out and even figure out and actually do it if I was them to at the same time. But I can say congratulations, they inherit some of that great idea. I mean, we're in basically one agreement. We are basically in one agreed things. I mean, like if I work for them, I will also think about the same idea, or maybe almost close to that idea, but maybe slightly different. You know, because what they are going to do is that they are going to enter back to Earth, and then instead of just like doing typical mission, right, they will inflate those heat shield, and they are going to use something like flaps and cell, something like that, to guide it back to Earth. So even when it re-enters back to Earth, it will land basically almost precisely, or at least almost accurate to the landing or touchdown side, or maybe even splashdown side. But in this case, they are going to splash down. If I remember correctly, originally the plane should be Indian Ocean, okay? But due to some mission changes, they decided to just change it outside the, if I remember, around the South American Ocean there. So instead, they will be landing there, almost near to Brazil. So some of the Atmos team already in the in Brazil right now. And yeah, and rather than wasting too much time talking, how about I just go and open this up, okay? All right, so here we go.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Now with that confirmation, and next up, the launch director will give their final poll for launch, so let's listen in.
Yeah, I guess here.
Launch director, go for launch.
And at T-minus 40
Okay,
seconds, all
T-minus
systems
40
are
seconds.
go for Falcon 9's launch of
All
Bandwagon-3,
is
so
still
let's
go.
listen in to the final countdown.
Okay, and we are listening to the final countdown. Yeah.
T-minus 30 seconds.
All right, 30 seconds to go. And maybe I can try to make this commentary a little bit similar to how do I say? Maybe later. I'll try to remember.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Okay, this is Falcon Mission
T-minus
Control
10,
at T-minus 10,
9,
8,
7,
7,
6,
6,
5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3, Merlin 1D,
1,
all 9 engine ignition, and we have liftoff, launch climb release, and go for this mission. Bandwagon-3, we have liftoff from the Cape Canaveral, and we have already liftoff from the Slick 40 launch pad. And here we go for this mission, Bandwagon-3, for all of the let's just say around almost 10
Now
or
at the
10 plus
32
sets
second
there
moment,
for the
Falcon 9 is
dedicated
lifted off
small
from
sats
Space
mission.
Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. We are currently throttling down to
Okay,
prepare for the
throttling
max
down.
Q, the point of
Should be
maximum
around
aerodynamic
80%
stresses.
Power and
of
telemetry nominal.
Mark
I'll give you a good call out there for power and
0.6 something like
time
that.
nominal. You
Okay,
can monitor the vehicle's telemetry in the
and
lower
then
left-hand corner of
once
your screen.
already going supersonic and max Q, it will
Vehicle is supersonic.
okay, supersonic and ready for the max Q around the commercial airplane altitude.
Max Q.
Alright, we have already max Q, and engine should have already ramped up to 100%. Okay,
And there we heard that call out for
and
Max
all
Q.
is good.
Now coming up shortly, we're going
It's
to have
like
several events happening in quick
gas
succession.
and
First is MECO or
combustion.
main.
Back chill.
Good call out there.
Okay,
First will be MECO or main engine cutoff, where all 9 Merlin
MVAC
engines will
chill,
shut
which
down in
means
preparation for stage separation, which is where the first
prepared
stage
for
separates
the
from the second
engine
stage.
engine
Following
chilling.
this, the
Basically,
Falcon 9
already
first
call it
stage will
down,
then
so
perform a flip maneuver
they are able
concurrently
to
with the
ready
impact
for
engine
the
on the second stage starting up. Then
interstage
we'll see the start
separation
of the
and
boost
ready
back
for
burn
the
on the Falcon 9
second
first
stage
stage,
ignition.
followed by fairing separation. So keep an eye
Okay,
out for all of these
and
events happening
also
in about 30
wait,
seconds from now.
and also just in case you need to know, this live stream, while it's from SpaceX, but because let's just say Twitter/X real time live going to cause a lot of problem for my current internet right now. Using cellular internet. So I just refer to the Space Affairs live stream. So thank you, Space Affairs.
Main
Very
engine cut
cool.
off.
Okay, main engine cut off on the first stage.
Stage separation
Okay,
confirmed.
and stage separation confirmed for the second stage. Ready for the Merlin 1D vacuum
MVAC ignition.
ignition and ignition.
Stage 1 back startup.
Alright, MVAC ignition. And boost back already start up for the first stage as it going to ready for return back to the launch site.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Not return
And there
launch
we heard
site
those
as
events that happened
necessarily.
back to back, which again
It's
were
more
main
like
engine cutoff,
a
stage
drone ship
separation,
or
stage 1 flip, second
or
engine
landing
start
zone,
1,
of
the
course.
start of the boost back burn on the first stage, and fairing separation.
Alright. And as you can see, some slight jellyfish effect
Now we are
there.
currently awaiting the
Very
conclusion
interesting,
of
right?
the boost back burn, which will properly orient the first stage for re-entry into the atmosphere. And the second stage is firing, which you can monitor in the lower right-hand corner of your screen.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
Alright,
That
boost back
confirmation
has
of
already
first
shut
stage,
down on the
boost
first
back shutdown.
stage,
So the
and
next
after the boost
milestone
back,
coming up
and
is
then
the
when
entry
it comes
burn
back to
on the
Earth,
first stage, scheduled to
will
occur
initiate
around
the
the 10
first
plus 6 minute and 30
entry
second
burn,
mark.
or let's
Now
just
that
say
boost back
re-entry
burn
burn
is complete,
to slow the
Falcon 9 will
launch vehicle
perform
down,
2 more burns
and
in order
also
to land.
to
The first
and
of the
also
2
to
burns is entry
basically
burn
absorb
to slow
most of
itself
that
down before hitting
re-entry
the denser
heat
parts of the Earth's
towards
atmosphere. You can think of this as
inside.
similar to pumping the brakes on your car.
Let's just say so that the
And without this
all of
burn,
that
we'd only be using the atmospheric
stage
drag alone to slow down
booster
Falcon 9, which adds extra
first stage
stresses
booster
onto
flame
the
will
rocket.
absorb
A
all of that
single Merlin 1D engine will relight for this particular entry
re-entry
burn.
heat, of course. So that's also another reason. And if I
Following
remember,
the entry
this
burn,
is
the booster will go through its final
booster
burn, the
10,
landing burn, which should slow the
1080
vehicle
or
down even
1090.
more
This
for
is
a
already
successful land
third
landing.
flight for this booster, and if it's properly landing, we are going to see a
As
fourth
you can
flight
make out on
at
the screen
some.
there, Falcon 9
We're
is
going,
equipped with 4 hypersonic grid
yeah,
fins, which are positioned near the top of the first stage, and those help steer the first stage as it returns back to Earth.
yeah. For this hypersonic grid fin, if
You
I
may also notice the white puffs coming off of Falcon 9,
from what I
and that comes
remember,
from cold nitrogen
this one
gas,
is
which
actually
helps with attitude
they are
control.
using
These help to
titanium, if
make
I remember
small
correctly,
adjustments as
because it
Falcon
has
9 heads
much
back.
more higher melting and boiling point. So
Now, when
that's
Falcon
that's
9
why
fires
they
up the
have to
center
use this.
M1D engine for
And
re-entry,
plus, you
the
need to
vehicle
know
will be
when
flying
it
through
enters
Merlin's
back to
exhaust
Earth,
gases, also
going to
known
be
as the
very
rocket's
hot.
plume,
So
which deposits a layer of soot
I
on the
mean,
vehicle's
it's
surface.
not like
You'll
hot,
see these marks
underestimately
across the
hot.
flight-proven
It's
Falcon 9
very,
first
very
stage fleet.
hot. It's going to melt literally everything else, you know. So rather than having a lot of that problem, they would rather just over-engineer that grid fin. So should be
Now,
good.
the M1D engines on the first stage and the MVAC engine on Falcon 9's second stage are each optimized to perform in their unique operating environments.
Okay,
An M1D engine
but
generates
I'm not
approximately
sure why we don't have
190,000
any
pounds of
second
thrust
stage
compared to
view
the
for now.
MVAC engine,
I'm
which
not
can
sure,
generate a little bit
but
over
as long as it's still
220,000
going and
pounds.
we still have
The MVAC nozzle
telemetry, I guess
extension, which
it's
you've
always
seen in
good.
the views this
Hopefully,
evening,
we'll
is
see
also significantly
second
taller with a
stage
larger
view.
diameter compared to the M1D engine for optimal performance in a vacuum environment.
And now you can see there is the view.
Now, coming up in about 30 seconds from now, we should be
The
hearing that
view
call
for
out for
the
the Falcon 9 first stage entry burn.
from
As a reminder, this booster will be
that.
performing this burn for its third time this evening.
Okay, and
Stage 2 FTS has saved.
all right, stage 2 FTS
And
is
good call
safe.
out there. This booster previously supported the
Basically,
O3B
it
Mpower
means
E
that
mission and the NASA Crew
flight
Jet mission.
termination system for this for the second stage should no longer needed right by now, but they still will have to use it in case anything happens, especially for range safety officer. They will activate it. Hopefully
And
we
there's
have
confirmation of that stage
entry
1 entry
burn.
burn startup.
Oh,
This burn will last about 20 seconds.
right. As you can see, this is why all of that flame will actually absorb most of that atmospheric re-entry heat. So that's why, even though there is some heat after
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
After this entry burn or this
And
stop,
that concludes
even
our
if
entry
there's
burns. The first
you can
stage
see
has
some
one more burn
of that
left to prep for landing.
supercharged
As
plasma
mentioned earlier, we
coming
will
out.
be
At
attempting
least
to
it's
recover
not
this
as
booster,
worse as
targeting a landing
if
at
it's
landing zone
if
2,
it doesn't
which is
do
not
any
far from our launch pad.
entry
Now, the Falcon
any
9 first
entry
stage is equipped with
any
4
entry
landing
burn, of
legs,
course.
which are made of a carbon
Yeah.
fiber with aluminum honeycomb mesh, and these are placed symmetrically around the base of the rocket and will deploy just prior to touchdown of the booster.
All right, and
Now,
we
you
are
may
going
notice
to
the
see
number 3 in
and
today's
ready for
mission
the
name, indicating
landing.
that this mission is
Landing
our
Stage 1 FTS has saved.
All
This
right,
mission
stage
is our
1 is
third dedicated
FTS is
rideshare
safe.
mission to a
If
mid-inclination
anything has
orbit.
happened,
Rideshare
ISO will
significantly increases access
manually
to space for small satellite operators
initiate
around the
any
world.
range safety
Stage 1
check.
landing burn.
Okay, and
Now
stage
this
1
is the
landing burn
beginning
start
of Falcon 9's final
and
burn,
ready.
the landing burn.
Should be ready for the landing zone, I believe so. Okay, let's see. Let's see. And here we go. Landing leg should have deployed by now. Alright, landing zone. Yeah, landing zone number
Stage
1.
1 landing leg deploy.
Alright, landing leg deployed. And successful touchdown and landing.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Alright. First stage
And there we
landing
have it,
is already
another
confirmed.
successful first stage landing at landing zone 2, making the third landing for this
Alright.
specific booster.
So
and
this is the
SpaceX's
third
435th
flight for
landing of an
that
orbital
specific
class
booster.
rocket.
No, booster
Now, as that booster
1080 or
descended, you may have
1090.
also seen the booster that
Yeah.
previously supported our
pretty good.
Ceres-32 mission last night.
And this is
And
second
with confirmation
stage
of booster
mission.
landing, we'll be bringing today's webcast to a close.
Oh,
For those
just
interested
ending
in
like
learning
that?
more
Oh,
about today's
no.
payloads and deployments, head over to our customers' websites for more information. To stay up to date with all of our missions, check out
Come on, at least-
spacex.com/launches for schedules.
At least
We'd
extend
also
it
like to
up
thank
until
all of our
Seco 1.
rideshare
Please,
customers
please,
for
please.
entrusting us with their
Please
spacecraft
extend it to
today.
Seco 1.
And as always,
Please.
a big thank you to the range and the
Please.
FAA for their ongoing support.
It's just that.
That will do it for us here at SpaceX
Come on, second
Falcon. Good night,
stage.
everyone, and thank you for
Seco
tuning in.
1. Come on, Seco 1. Okay. Never mind. I guess Seco 1 already done it. Yeah, so here's the special affairs. So thank you very much. And I guess here. Oh yeah. So that's that. I mean, wow. What a weird mission, you know. Usually they will show up until the Seco 1, but I don't know anything. I don't know why. but I guess maybe one of the reasons why they have to cut that off is that because remember one of the payload that's basically inside there, the CoreSat 3. If I remember correctly, CoreSat 3 is actually part of the Korean military satellite. So I guess that's maybe one of the reasons why they cannot show beyond before Seco 1 or second engine cut off number 1. Maybe that's the reason why, because that specific payload is a pretty secretive payload. But even though there is some publicly available information about this one, I can try show you this one. Where is it? Because I do read it. Please give me a little bit for a moment. Okay, I need to read read this a little bit. Where is the CoreSat 3? Because they briefly talk about CoreSat 3 actually. Yeah, so here we go. This is actually from they've already cited the website from the securityfact.co.kr. So you know this is a South Korean website, but I can try to cite you this one. Let me see here. Okay, so here you go. Okay, so here's from the citation quote here. It says there, the 425 project is a project to deploy a total of 5 reconnaissance satellites, including 1 electro-optical and infrared EO-IR satellite Unit 1 and 4 synthetic aperture radar SAR satellites Units 2 through 5. The name 425 SIO is a combination of the pronunciation of STAR and IO. So that's the reason why they call it. So basically, based on this publicly available information, this is a 5. CoreSat 3 is actually a 5 satellites. Only 1 is electro-optical and infrared EO-IR, and the rest of it, the 4 is synthetic aperture radar satellite SAR. But in this But in this case, we don't know what's the capability of this satellite. We don't know what's the technical specification of this. I mean, you know, this is a South Korean military satellite here, so nothing much else can be said here. So if you know, you know. That's the reason why. And I guess that's that. I don't want to yap too much here. I can end this stream right now. So here we go. So and for today, I'm going to end this stream, but I will stream again around tonight. Yeah, I will also stream tonight, and I will also going to post going to put it on the how do I say, on this upcoming live stream checklist, so you can also prepare to watch that almost towards 12 hours from now. So that's that. I'm going to show to you later for the TRS-32 docking to the ISS mission there. So that's that. So thank you so much everyone for watching, and as usual, my tagline here is, this is Daniel Suguwa signing out, and take care everyone. Bye bye. And yeah, that's it. We've already finished this, and I don't have much else to say here behind the scene. Whatever, I'm going to end this stream myself, and I'm not going to cut myself off. So we're going with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's it. Bye bye, and take care.